Hey there, and welcome to This Explainer. I'm Ekundayo, and today I'm going to be stepping in as your personal IT support specialist to guide you through a super common roadblock you might hit when you're just trying to search the web. Now, think of your web browser kind of like a house, right? In this analogy, JavaScript is the electricity. Without it, well, the house is obviously still there, but the lights won't turn on, and none of your appliances are going to work. So my goal today is simply to help you find the breaker box and flip that switch right back on. Let's dive in.
You know that feeling when you're right in the middle of looking up something absolutely crucial, and bam, you get stopped in your tracks by a message saying, the browser you're using has JavaScript turned off. To continue your search, turn it on. It can honestly seem pretty alarming. All of a sudden, your favorite websites look completely broken, drop-down menus just flat out refuse to open, videos won't load, and a search bar is literally frozen. It feels exactly like hitting a brick wall. But I promise you, resolving this is so much easier than it looks. You just need to know exactly where to look.
So here is our game plan for today. First, we'll decode the error itself. Then we'll walk step by step through the precise fixes for standard browser settings, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Apple Safari, and finally, advanced privacy settings. No matter what system you're rocking, we've got you covered. All right, section 1, the JavaScript search error. Okay, so the system prompt is telling us point blank, JavaScript must be turned on to continue your search. Now, I hear this all the time. You might be wondering, wait, is turning this on actually safe? Well, from major trusted search engines and standard websites, absolutely, yes. It's really just the fundamental language they use to make the page interactive and functional for you. Without this setting enabled, the entire search function just halts. Our only task here is to locate that specific switch and restore the power to your browser. Moving right along to section 2, standard browser settings. If your browser uses a standard basic configuration layout, this is your roadmap. First up, open your main settings menu. From there, you're going to click on privacy and security to drill down one level deeper, and then select site settings. Scroll until you locate JavaScript and give that a click. Finally, just select the option that says sites can use JavaScript. Or, you can choose to enable it just for google.com if you prefer. Oh, and here is a massive IT pro tip for you. A really common issue is that people do all this and think it didn't work. Actually, scratch that. They know they clicked it, but nothing happens. Why? Because you absolutely have to hit refresh on your browser page so the new setting can actually take effect. Section 3, Microsoft Edge permissions. Now, if you're an Edge user, the path here is slightly distinct. You'll want to start by clicking the More menu and then Settings. Edge actually houses these controls under a section called Cookies and Site Permissions. Select JavaScript from there, and you'll easily spot the Allowed option. The browser even helpfully labels it in parentheses as Recommended. So just click that, do that page refresh we just talked about, and you are totally set. Let's jump to Section 4, Firefox Advanced Configuration. Okay, so Firefox uses a highly unique prompt for this. You're actually going to type about.config directly into your address bar, which triggers a big button that literally says, accept the risk and continue. Now, as your IT support, I know seeing a giant warning about risk might make you pause. Don't panic. You are essentially just stepping into the browser's engine room. For resolving this specific search error on a trusted site, the official manuals confirm this is a completely safe and necessary step. So here's how we do it. First, type about config in the address bar and press return. Second, go ahead and bravely click that accept the risk and continue button. Once you're past the warning gate, use the search function to find the specific preference named javascript.enabled. Finally, just click the toggle or reset button right next to it until the value flips from false to true. Hit refresh on your search page, and boom, the error is fully resolved. Section 5, Apple Safari Security. Let's look at how the Mac side handles this. For Apple Safari users, it is a wonderfully simple 3-step process. Go up to the top menu, click Safari, and open up Preferences. Next, select the Security tab. And finally, simply tick the checkbox right next to Enable JavaScript. Once that box has a checkmark, you've completed the whole shebang. Easy, right? And finally, Section 6, Advanced Privacy Settings. If you're using a browser with a sidebar configuration, here's your final pathway. You'll start by going to Settings. Then, look over to your left sidebar. Click Advanced and then Privacy and Security. From there, click on Site Settings and locate JavaScript. At the very top of that menu, just switch the toggle to turn on the Allowed setting. Before we officially wrap up, I think it's kind of fascinating to just compare the standard setup with the Firefox setup for a second. Seeing sites can use JavaScript as an option versus having to set a system variable to true perfectly illustrates how different systems use completely different terminology for the exact same fix. Think back to our house analogy from the beginning. Whether a physical switch says on or a dial is turned to true, you're still just flipping the main breaker to send the electricity or the JavaScript back into the website so it can finally function the way you expect it to. So, we've walked through the fixes for standard layouts, Edge, Firefox, Safari, and even advanced sidebars. Now that you have the precise step-by-step instructions mapped out for whatever platform you happen to be using, isn't it time you head back to your browser, flip that switch, hit refresh, and finally continue your search? I've been your IT specialist, Ikundayo. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy searching!